Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ravneet and I am back with another update of my project pan. So in this project, I am trying to finish all the products that I roll in, and it's a rolling style. So if I finish one product, I can roll in another product in its place. So I am working on 10 products at a time in this one, and I have another empty for this one. I am really excited to share my progress with you guys because I think I've made really good progress on all of my products. If not all, then I would say most of the products. But before we get into that, if you are new here, please consider subscribing to my channel because I make a lot of panning videos. Now, let's get into the update. The very first product I have is this Wet n Wild eyeliner, and I am trying to finish it. Since last update, I have used it 8 times and I have a total of 45 uses on this one. Let's see how it compares to where it was last month. This is where it was last month and this is where it is today. There's slight difference but not a lot, and I have only used it 8 times as well. I've been using it all over my eyelid as an eyeshadow kind of base, and that's why I have a lot of progress with 8 uses. I am hopeful if I keep using it that way, I might finish it this month. Not this month, but this year. And moving on to our empty. So this is my face duo, like sort of my Franken face duo. So I Frankened this face powder and this bronzer using a bunch of eyeshadows. And my goal is to obviously finish both because I am working on both of these products in this project. And this is how my palette looks like. I am so happy I was able to finish the bronzer part, and it took me 14 more uses to finish it for a total of 32 in this project. Sorry, for a total of 33 uses in this project. And on the face powder side, I have expanded pan tremendously and I used it 19 more times since last update for a total of 33 uses. This is something that I can possibly finish by next update. I might not, but we will see. For now, I'm not too worried about finishing it because I know it'll be gone in 2 months. And our next product also has very exciting progress. So it is my Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation, and my goal is to finish it. Last month, I forgot to put the marking on, but it was somewhere around here. And this month, it is actually right here, and I used it a lot more than I have used it in my previous months. So I have used it 14 times in total since last update. That brings the total amount of uses on this one 26 in this project, and if I really focus hard on this one, I think I can get it done. We will see. And then we have this e.l.f. Hydrating Camel Concealer. It usually settles, but since I applied my makeup like an hour ago, so that's why it hasn't gotten enough time to settle down, but I have used it 15 times since last update for a total of 43 uses, and I can see windowing happening in this one. And I think what my speculation is that we have product left until here where the F of e.l.f. starts, so that's my marking point. We will see how long it takes for me to get this done. Again, this is too light for me and I'm mostly using it as eyeshadow primer, but sometimes if I were to use it, I would just put it on my under eyes and maybe mix some bronzer with this one. I know that's a crazy idea, but mixing a powder with a liquid, it also kind of sets it pretty well. So that was that. I really enjoyed it, and now my bronzer is gone. I need to figure out some other product to mix this one with because that bronzer shade really matched me well, but my other bronzers do not match me that well. So I think if I mix my actual bronzers, they're just gonna make my under eye area look very wonky. But I haven't used it a lot in my under eyes, just like maybe 3 to 4 times, but for the most part I have just used it as an eyeshadow primer. And then there is this product that I said that I'm going to repot, but I couldn't find like a tiny container. I know I have them because I have saved my empty containers from my sample moisturizers, but I just couldn't find them, and I honestly didn't even like look really hard. I just kind of slacked. But this is my L18 lipstick. It is technically done, but I want to repan the scrapes in here and use it as a blush because it really works so well as a blush. It gives me a really natural flush, and that's the reason I want to use it that way. But still, I managed to use it 5 times more because I kind of like just, you know, got product from here and then just used it, and that brings the total to 20 times in this project. I am for sure going to repan it. I'm not giving up on this one. I just need to find a container to put this into. And the next product I'm working on is this Essence Lash Princess mascara. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to measure the progress because I don't have a weighing scale that is precise enough to notice minor weight changes, but I'm just gonna use it until it's done. And I used it 18 more times, bringing the total to 39 uses in this project. So that's where we are at with this mascara. This is my go-to mascara because I always have to have it. Ever since I discovered it, I could not stop using it because it does give me really nice volume. I remember a few years ago, I mean pre-pandemic, I wore it for the first time to work. That was the time when I discovered this one. And one of my co-workers was like, "Did you get your lashes done?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "No, you're lying. You got something done to your eyelashes." I was like, "No, I'm just wearing a mascara." And since then, I always repurchase it once it gets done. But I have another one in my collection that is from Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. I'll see how that one is. But yeah, this is my favorite so far. And moving on to some really exciting pan expansion stuff, I am working on this e.l.f. highlighter from this bite-sized duo called Pomegranate. Oops, I just dropped it. And I managed to use it 18 more times, bringing up the total to 32 uses. And I am so astonished how much progress I have made on this one. Let me give you guys a closer look. The product left in here is very thin. There wasn't a lot of product in here to begin with. I think each pan is 2.4 grams of product, but it's so satisfying to see the highlighter go away. Sometimes I use it a little too much. I think today I have put on a little too much highlighter for my liking, but we're making progress on this one, and we'll see how long it takes me to get this thing done. And another pan expansion is my Franken blush, and I used it 16 more times for a total of 36 uses, and this is how the pan is looking like. I reused an old Maybelline Fit Me matte poreless powder packaging for this one, and this part is loose. I think it's intentional probably to access the sponge underneath, but I'm just gonna press it so that it doesn't make any noise anymore. So this is how the pan is looking like. I am really happy with how fast it has expanded, but that is because of the previous uses as well, because my brush was hitting this spot more. But now I'm just evenly getting products from these sides, and I am going to do that until I find a thinner side, and then I'll start focusing on that one to expand the pan a little bit more. But overall, I'm really happy with how this one is looking. And the last product is this In the Flesh lipstick by Wet n Wild. I repotted it into this old lipstick container from, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm sorry, I need to look it up. This lipstick is really thick. I mean, in a good way. It doesn't come off of my lips. Like, I don't really need to reapply it, and I only use a little bit of it and it goes a long way. And I don't think that there's any difference in the product itself. Like, this is how much product was remaining in here last time, and this is how much product is remaining in here this time as well. And since rolling it in, I have used it 16 times. I mean, come on, 16 uses should have done something to this. But no, and this part is not the actual lipstick. Like, I finished that until I could not like swipe it on my lips anymore, and then I depotted like the remaining scrapes in the lipstick and I put it in here. Yeah, this is like really surprising, but I really like this color on me, and I will be very sad when it's gone. But I don't think I'm gonna miss it because I have like so many other lipsticks that I need to use that I'm not reaching out for. But anyway, that's where I at with this one. With that, we have gone through all of the products that we were working on, and we are working on like 9 of them even this month as well, because we only finished one, but I'm really happy with that. So in its place, I am rolling in another product to finish. Okay, I'm going to ask you again, can you guess what I'm rolling in to finish? Well, if you are with me on my panning journey long enough, you would probably have guessed it right. It's another eyeshadow that I want to finish. I know. I am working on so many eyeshadow projects. Like, I'm working on my Plan That palette to finish everything in there, and then I'm working on my Pan Those Eyeshadows to hit pan. I am also working on Project Level Up. It's a panning project created by Sophie Alexandra. In that, you have to hit certain number of pans for certain level. And I also have rolled in another eyeshadow to finish in my Graveyard project pan. And now I'm rolling in another eyeshadow to finish. So this comes from my Revolution X Demi palette. There is not a lot of product left in here to begin with. And no, I'm not bringing in this whole palette to finish, but just a single eyeshadow, and it's called Pink Panther. And this is how that one looks like. I dropped a bunch of my eyeshadow palettes a few months ago, and then I repressed the broken eyeshadows, and this was one of them. I think this and that one. And I feel like if I use it consistently, I might be able to get it done relatively quickly. But that's our starting point on that one. With that, we are done with today's video. Wish me luck on finishing all of these products. I would say, like, just wish me luck that I stay motivated to finish all of these products eventually. And thank you so much for sticking with me until the end. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, depending on when you're watching my video. I will see you in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.